we are in Stone, Kentucky, which is an unincorporated area of Pike County. It was actually founded in around 1910, 1912 by Galen Stone. He was a businessman from Massachusetts. It's named after him. He's the one that found the first coal company here. We may walk up there, look at some of the houses. And there's a little creek over here. So the site is supposed to be built on what was a coal camp right here. They had a lot of flooding and different issues. I guess we're going to go ahead and walk over here. It'd be easier. Look at the church. And I think there's a superintendent's house right there, actually.
They generally had much nicer houses than the average coal miner. They were company men.
Now, as far as I know, this church right here is abandoned because one of my friends looked into it before about maybe buying it. It's owned by a church out of Charleston, West Virginia. It's kind of a shame it just sits there empty and it's so pretty. Trout Camp Lane. So if you see what we're coming up on here, there's this big, amazing house or building. I think it was one of the superintendent's houses, but up close it kind of looks more like a office of some sort on it.
Little.
I'll find out from Bill. Bill is the one that's over the Stone Heritage Theater, and he actually lives in Henry Ford's old house.
And you just happen to be a member of the Stone Heritage Society. Just out of sheer coincidence, of course.
Yeah, coincidence. It's an old church. Amazing old building. It's in really good shape. So this was a street at one point.
There's a bridge just coming across out here.
So I think I see church stuff in it. I think maybe the church behind it has it. So yeah, I'll find out for sure what this building is. So I guess we can walk back to the theater right there.
Henry Ford built a lot of this stuff to entertain a lot of his workers. Built the old theater up there, and you can tell where you came in right here. This, the old bridge was here, and the old stonework. You can tell this was, fairly important building to the center of the community. Now it's got a big hornet nest on it. You see the nest?
Where?
Right there.
Oh.
Big hornet nest right there.
Yeah. Yuck. Ooh.
Yeah, it'll tear you up.
Alright, we're going to walk back to the theater, which is more than a theater. It's like 4 buildings, actually. I don't know if they cleaned this creek up or what, but it used to be really dirty.
Some of it's summertime too. Brush overgrows a lot of the garbage.
Maybe the floods washed it away. Spider webs on it. Spider webs. So we are going to get exclusive inside footage of the theater. Because we just got it like that. Look at the vines. So the only thing still going here is right here, this middle building was the old office and the doctor's office, which was for the coal miners. They would do house calls, and they would also go to the coal mines themselves when there's injuries, which there's a lot. I guess we should probably explain what a coal camp is for people that don't know. Do you want to explain?
Basically, a coal camp was just a little cheap area set up to house workers. They were really cheap, like I said, no insulation, just slap it up, that sort of thing. Now the superiors, the company men, they had nice houses. They got pretty well set up. They got nice stuff. But your average coal miner, he lived in, it was a slum. They just looked a lot alike.
Well, they also paid them in script, so it kind of kept them prisoner. But to be fair, there wasn't a whole lot of jobs to be had but the coal mining, so it did keep a lot of people fed and housed. You know, it is Stone, Kentucky. But, there's always the big dog chewing up the weaker dog, and it kind of just goes right up the line. But Henry Ford basically needed, a coal mining company to fuel his cars and stuff, the steel, etc. So he found a good opportunity here in Stone, Kentucky. He bought it from Galen Stone, and he ran it until about 1936, where they sold it, as we talked about earlier. But he did build this theater, which is over 100 years old at this point. And they used to do bingo there and union meetings, lots of different stuff.
Community center.
Yeah, it's a community center, and it's also, for people that are interested, it's also extremely haunted. Mm-hmm. But I address that in some other videos on my other YouTube. We won't address that here. But this building right here is now a museum. It's a Stone Heritage Museum. If you call, they'll let you see it, and they're always taking donations. They're trying to keep this stuff alive, and it's work. There's an ambulance service in this very last building down here, but that's pretty much the only live business now, besides there's a little business here where this Red Robin sign is, a community room, and the one out front there where they do like clothes and food donations and things like that. But let's go in and check out this 100-year-old theater. So it's super creepy in here, so prepare yourself to not be horrified. You want a flashlight?
No, I'm good.
Huh?
No, I'm good right now. Here we go.
So this room right here is really creepy. We once had a rock thrown at us out of this room, and it was really scary. And we don't know who threw it. By we, I mean me and my friends. Leo wasn't here.
Smells musty.
So this theater used to actually be segregated.
Looks like, okay, this one, they come in sets of threes then. They don't look very comfy, do they?
Well, we can go sit in some in the front.
These have cushions on them. The other ones back there, the old ones didn't.
So let's sit.
Did you get the Jolly Ranchers?
So people were a lot thinner back then because these things were really small. And if anybody was much bigger than me, they wouldn't fit. So, yeah.
Imagine the shows and junk they did here over the years. And the crazy stuff that happened here.
It's really a neat place. But I don't think the show's going to start, so we can keep walking. You ready? This right here, I guess, was what?
I think they had like a band, maybe?
A band, though?
Music?
I don't know. Maybe.
Back under the stage there.
So let's click this off a minute.
Look at the woodwork. Look at the detail in the wood. If you're light 1 second. Look at that. 100 years old. Just look at the detail. Beautiful old place. They cut out down in here for who knows what. Stage.
So up the stairs right there is just some kind of venting system of some sort.
Huh. Imagine the shows over the years that's been put on here.
So you can smell mold really strong, which is sad because that means it's getting a lot of water damage, and with water damage comes, eventual decay and collapse. So.
What's this? A bunch of old electrical equipment. Look at that.
This ladder right here moved on its own once and made the most awful noise ever. We were all in the front here and that thing completely moved.
Huh.
Like that.
I think that's how they used to power dinosaurs back in the day. What kind of stove? A little cook's little gas stove. Really old one. Okay, is this how you go up to the balcony?
Mm-hmm.
We're going up.
Right here. Look in here.
What was that?
It was an entrance. It was a separate entrance.
Oh, I see. A bathroom there. And the back door, side door, should say.
All right, so.
Watch your step.
So this right here, hold on, right in here. Is like a big drop-off thing. Let me see flashlight.
No, that's the ticket booth down there. Look down.
It sucked to drop my phone. So we'll get out of there. And close. There you go. You can be the keeper of the light. There's bullet holes right here.
That what that is?
Yeah.
Why are there bullet holes? Because of the Union?
I don't know. More here. That looks like it's from the inside, don't it?
No, it's outside.
I don't know.
No projection room. Old power relays. Old fuses. That is cool. But you can see with the projector. That is cool. And the projector set right here.
Yep.
With a little hole. And don't lean on the rail.
It's a short rail.
Yeah, it is. Safety wasn't really a concern.
Yeah, safety wasn't an issue.
OSHA wasn't really a thing back in the day.
So this is the theater. You have exclusive access to see it. You can get your ATV here through outlaw trails, but we've just never done it. You'd be better off just to drive here and check it from the outside and contact the Red Robin Stone Heritage Theater if you want to see the inside. They may let you or the museum next door. They're pretty nice. In general, though, most people don't even know that this is here. You know, I mean, they see it from the outside, but they don't really realize what it is, which is not uncommon, I've found, for people that live here to have not even experienced or know about the amazing things that are here historically.
Very true.
So it's pretty warm in here and moldy. We're going to head outside and look at some more stuffs. Hello, I need 2 tickets to the theater, the movie. Here, I'll pay you in lollipops.
83 tickets, that'll be 1 cent, please.
Okay, there you go.
Here's your change back, 7 cents.
Cool, thank you. All right, so we're locking up. And we're going to go check out, I guess, where Henry Ford, where he actually hung out when he did come into town. It's right up the road here. The guy that lives in it is over this facility. His name's Bill. There's actually 4 buildings here, but like I said, 1 building is taken up by the ambulance service. And the other building, Bill's son, I think, is making into a house. So he's put a lot of work into that. Last I knew, it was pretty neat. This is the door, the outside entrance that we just showed you. So imagine how many footsies have crossed that path.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Well, back in the day, this was probably state of the art. You know, this was the nicest building around.
Yeah, they don't make buildings like this anymore. I mean, look at the detail. Look at that. Look how big it is. Especially in this area. So I guess someone came and got food and left the door open right there. It was a free food thing. Blessing box. They have these around here. Which is nice, you know. As long as people don't take advantage of it. I'm just going to close that because I don't need it. Jesus loves you, and he does. And he works through people to show his love. That's kind of the point. So we're going to go to old cemetery up here. Has lots of old coal miners and different historic tombstones. We'll just check it out briefly, and the old church there, plus the house that Henry Ford would live in while he was here and entertain. You know, we tried to leave no stone unturned, no pun intended. We are in stone. And it's going to be left right here coming up, just slow. So this is Henry Ford's old house right here. Yeah, right here, right here. Up there's Henry Ford's old house. I think this is cool to go across. We're just gonna walk because, yeah, I don't trust this bridge. And we just had a bunch of flooding. So, yeah. So this right here was where Henry Ford lived when he was in town. He would entertain. It's a beautiful house. Beautiful house.
Pretty little place right back in the corner.
Yeah. I see his dog on the porch. He's friendly. Video. Little Stone Old Regular. Meeting time 10 a.m. third Saturday and Sunday of each month. It is getting warm.
Just thinking about it.
When is fall gonna be here? My people's from Salem and Plymouth. I ain't built for this. Leaves are falling though. So this green stuff right here doesn't seem like the greatest idea.
Yeah, indoor outdoor carpet. This grows mold, mildew, and moss.
Charles Albert Wolfe. A Wolfe is one of the first people, the first families that came to Kentucky in the Pike area and Phelps. World War II, Korea. So you're actually related to some Wolves because your family was one of the first ones in Phelps. Dotson Coleman. So this is a really pretty old cemetery. Resting till the resurrection. One consistent we always find in all these trips. Everybody ends up here in some way, shape, or form. So enjoy your life while you can. This would be a good place to clean some stones. Huh. Williamson. Oh, that's a nice headstone. Sweet be thy sleep, Mary. 1893-1946.
Very, I believe it is it last name, isn't it?
Oh.
Michael and Clara Very.
Oh, sorry. 1902.
Didn't have when she died. I'm assuming she's probably here. But
I don't know. Sometimes people remarry. Don't want to be buried next to, plans change. If I may look some of these up when I get home, see if I can get any information on them. Oh, that was just a leaf.
yeah.
Thought a bee attacked me. Cut. Things are biting me here. guess we're gonna drive through town, see if we see any other cool little
The World War II one.
connected locations. He's pretty young, 1919, 1943.
World War II, 43. Military.
Andrew J. May. These aren't terribly old. Pretty much all of them's late 1800s to as far as being born. You guys are so lucky you get to watch this from home, or wherever you're at, because there's a lot of bugs and heat and things here. I love churches. Which I think this church is actually fairly old, even though it's got siding on the outside.
There's just this spot right here. I think it just looks really cool. I mean, you picture, Henry Ford's house there, the old church right here. You picture this, say, like the 40s. All the old trucks, most of them got wagons around here, horses, people all over the place. This place has probably seen some fun stuff.
I'm sure. A friend of mine's grandfather used to walk here to go to the coal mining, to go to the coal mine. And he actually died in the coal mine. I just remember that. He died in a coal mining accident because I was trying to figure out where that coal mine was. But he would walk here every day with a little lunchbox and to the coal mine, There's a lot of exercise. People were built different. It's not like now where you go from your air-conditioned house to air-conditioned car and then complain about that. People were built different. I think if we were built like that now, we wouldn't have some of the problems we have now. We got soft.
This is the first. There was 3 camps here. It was called upper camp, lower camp, and middle camp. And it's all Hardy, but when I was little, they still yet used the old names. You can tell like those 2 are identical. And you'll see right through here, there's a whole bunch of these, and they all look the same.
Right.
You could just see identical. Over here on this side, so they got the little stubby porches. Same thing over here on this side. This one was middle camp here. You can see they're all still, see how they're all the same. They've just been updated, new siding, that kind of thing.
Well, I guess that's all we really got to show you on this situation, this subject. So if you could like and subscribe so we can show you more stuff, we'd sure appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
Bye.